My name is Rex Buchman, and Matt, Jobe, and I started a partnership a few years ago, and we call it Flint Hills Ranchin Adventures. Sole purpose in this is to provide a fun and entertaining format for people to experience the cowboy life and possibly learn a few things along the way. We've got a great format this weekend. Matt's got a lot of prizes gathered up for these folks, and so every day's a competition. We're going to do water and obstacles and roping and sorting and weaning and weighing and just trying to do as many of the things that we consider daily activities at the ranch as we possibly can. So we've got a good group of people here, and I think it's going to be lots of fun.
Howdy folks, welcome to the beautiful Flint Hills down here in Kansas. And today, all the contestants are gathering in. We're going to start our Cowboy Camp Challenge. It's a really cool event we do annually. It's 4 days, and today being day one, all the folks are gathering in. We're going to teach them how to high tie their horses because that's what we have out here. And then we're going to teach them about saddle fit, and better equines here working on our horses with their pads, and appreciate them coming. That's awesome. If our saddles don't fit right, our horses aren't comfortable, it's not going to make for a very good long 4 days that we're about to have. Then we're going to jump right into the competition. So each day we're going to have a couple competitions, and we're going to focus on them. Today being the obstacle challenge, and so we have teams. We split up in teams. They're going to have to go through creek crossings. They're going to go up and down some traverse terrain. We're going to have a pony express ride. We're going to have a saddle, kind of pass the baton and get moving to the next one. And so by doing this team, they can pick their strong suits, their weak suits, help each other out, and we're going to judge them based on how they handle their horse, their horsemanship. We don't want them to lame up their horse, hurt their equine partner. So going up and down the hills, going through the rocky creeks, take care of your horse, take care of your horse. It's all about our horse. We cannot get through a full day's work if we have an injured partner. And so we're going to be focused on horsemanship, watching how they handle, how they treat their horse. It will be a timed event today also. And so it's about to get exciting, and let's go check it out.
Yep. Right there.
Yeah. All right.
completed our first day of the Cowboy Challenge as a lot of amateur cowboys try to compete for the top hand. So the first day was our obstacle course, and I think one lesson learned was in a different environment you have a different horse. Most of these horses are broke. A lot of these cowboys have ridden these horses. What we're about to see is safety first. As much as you think you know your horse, you put him into a different environment, we see what happens. In the last leg of the Cowboy Challenge, it was the Pony Express, in which the tag team of the fourth rider had to run as fast as he can down the Flint Hills holding a saddlebag. Well, you can see the results. A lot of our cowboys had a lot of challenges on this event, and they found out exactly how to handle their horses even when it started bucking on a full dead run. Stay with us. We go to day 2 of the Cowboy Challenge right here in the Flint Hills of Kansas.
Hey, we're up here at Flint Hills at a cowboy camp with Matt and Jobe, and today they put me out on the front of a little cattle drive. And beautiful scenery, but then during the drive they put me in the back, and they call it the drag. And there's a little bit of change in the scenery. At the drag, got a lot of dust, getting some flies, getting some smell. You know, and that's the way it is in life. Sometimes in life, you will actually be where you'll think nobody appreciates you, getting dust kicked on you all the time. But don't worry about that, because that herd isn't moving without the person in the drag. And believe me, you are important. God loves you. He sent His Son for you. The Bible says everything you do as unto the Lord. And that's what we want to do. I want you to know you're important. There'll be days you'll be out on front. There'll be days you'll be back in the back on the drag. Okay? I'm David Ferris from Alabama. I have a cowboy ministry, and I'm so glad to be part of the Better Horse family. And I wish y'all the best, and may you ride with the Lord.
You're watching Better Horses, raising your horse experience.
What do you get when you bring together one of the biggest names in veterinary medicine with one of the most caring and committed teams of horse health experts in the industry? You get a vaccine portfolio known for its quality and safety, a pharmaceutical line you can rely on to help manage pain and support performance. You get the products, programs, and people of Merck Animal Health.
We're here for the hardworking, the resilient. We're for the people who measure their days by what needs to get done, not by hours. Where kids learn responsibility at a young age and generations work side by side. Where work doesn't pause for holidays or bad weather. It just gets harder. Where value and hard work means more than the clothes you wear. We're Kleinschmidt's Western Store, Higginsville, Missouri.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks for watching Better Horses TV. Here we are at day 2 of the Cowboy Camp Challenge. And yesterday, day 1, boy, it proved to have some excitement in it. And so the folks got all geared up, got everything situated. We picked teams. That's the first thing we did. So we had 4-man teams. As they were going through the obstacles, as you saw, some of the horses weren't quite prepared. We had 2 or 3 hopping around, bucking around. A young man got bucked off his horse there, and he's fine. Everything checked out good, and he finished riding with us a couple more days. So I'm glad he was taken care of. We checked out his horse good to go. That just reiterates that we really have to pay attention to our horses, and we have to know what they're thinking, and we have to help them out and set them up for success. And we'll continue with that some more. So day 2, first ride off the bat, our teams, each team, one day during this 4-day event has to cook breakfast, and there was a judged event. And so they got up 4:30 this morning, started making the fire, started cooking our breakfast. We had breakfast, daylight, we're headed up over the hills, getting ready to go to work. Today's plan, we need to gather up the cattle off a couple thousand acres. We need to push them up to the high corner, and we need to sort off some of them. So we're going to teach the folks how to sort today, how to gather cattle, how to what we call roe deer cattle, and then we're going to judge them after we teach them. We're going to judge them on the sorting portion. And there's actually a couple strays in here, and so we'll probably kick them out and pin them up where they go as well. So a lot of times we use the term that we call rodeering. Rodeering is an old Spanish word, means to encircle. And so whenever we gather up the cattle, out here in these traps, I mean, we're several thousand acres. You know, back in Missouri on my ranch, we have a lot of small pens. It's easy to gather cattle, put them in a small pen. When we're out here in these hills, thousands of acres, we don't have a pen just sitting around every acre. And so we rodeer them a lot of times. Rodeer them means to encircle them. Things you can do in a rodeer: one, keep encircling them, and that'll calm them, get them relaxed. And then you can go in and rope and doctor one. You can go in and cut one off if you need to take it to town, and if you're going to butcher it for tonight's supper, whatever you're going to do. So roe deer is very handy. What we do with the folks is we teach them these, teach them the pressure points with their horse and the cow. You know, if you're behind them too much on the hip, you're going to push them forward. If you catch their right eye, you're going to turn them left. Catch their left eye, you're going to turn them right. Get too far in front of them, you're going to slow them down or stop them. So all key points that we're trying to show them. And then in a roe deer, there's many different ways. If we were doctoring, obviously we would pick the calf that's sick, the calf that has foot rot, whatever they need. If we were just going to gather one and butcher it, we'd probably pick the fatted calf, you know. If one of them's having trouble with pregnancy or something, those are kind of obvious ones that we would pick out. For today, we're going to pick ear tag numbers, and we're going to say, hey, go sort off 731. And so they'll have to look for 731, peel it out of the herd. And we'll do it one person at a time, but the folks holding herd on the outside of the roe deer, we will open up a gate, as we will. We're a horsehair fence. We'll open up a gate, let that calf come out. Someone else go in, pick another calf that we give them. One big challenge that folks have is keeping their horse calm and cool when it needs to be calm and cool, yet be able to get excited when you need to get excited. As you're riding into a herd, if you're excited, which a lot of these folks are, and it's fun to mess with cattle, so you do get excited. But if you ride in all excited, depending on how the cattle are and which cattle they are, they're going to react to that. And so we don't want to walk in all excited and scatter all the cattle everywhere. And so we have to control our emotion. We have to control our horse's emotion. Typically, we want to walk in nice and easy, nice and slow. And so what we encourage a lot of these folks to do that aren't used to this is just take a couple steps forward, stop, relax, pet your pony. Take a couple steps forward, stop, relax, repeat. And that tends to really help out a lot and really helps our horses get calm and cool. And then walk in. Sometimes in the beginning, we won't even mess with a cow. We'll just walk right through the middle of the herd, just as nice, quiet, easy as we can, and get out of the herd. And that helps our horse build confidence also, and lets them know, hey, these cattle move away from me. And then we can put a little more control on them each time we walk in the herd. So wrapping up here at day 2 in the beautiful Flint Hills. I love it out here. It's been hot. I tell you what, it's sweating. Folks are drinking the water. We're taking good care of our horses, but it's taking a toll on the human. And so stick around. 2 more exciting days to come. And I'd like to thank Klein Smiths for bringing this episode to us. What an awesome people they are. What awesome products they have. And go check them out at kleinboot.com.
Cowboys and cowgirls, don't go anywhere. We have more better horses coming your way.
No matter what discipline of riding you do, training, showing, and everyday stress is hard on your horse's legs. Decra Veterinary Products is a leading lameness company that brought you Osphos. Osphos is a clodronate injection, an intramuscular bisphosphonate to help control the clinical signs of navicular syndrome in horses 4 years and older. Ask your veterinarian if Osphos is right for your horse. Decra Veterinary Products is a proud sponsor of The American.
We're here for the hardworking, the resilient. We're for the people who measure their days by what needs to get done, not by hours. Where kids learn responsibility at a young age and generations work side by side. Where work doesn't pause for holidays or bad weather. It just gets harder. Where value and hard work means more than the clothes you wear. We're Kleinschmidt's Western Store, Higginsville, Missouri.
Welcome back to Better Horses TV. Well, folks, here we are, Flint Hills Ranchin Adventures. We're beginning day number 3. Yesterday, day number 2, if you remember. We had to gather some cattle. We took them up to the High Lonesome. We sorted them up there, taught folks how to sort cattle and such. Fun day. It was hot, but they all enjoyed it and had a great day. So here we are, day 3. So we have going in here on the south high corner, and as we go through here, we have to gather this pasture. And I don't remember this exact pasture, but it's 1,000 acres here. And I know we have at least 2 strays in here. So this is a team building exercise. We're sending the folks out. We gave them instructions ahead of time. They have to go find the cattle. We don't know where they are here. They'll go find them. We got to bring them back up to the north end, and 2 of the cattle have to go out west. And so they're going to gather them. They're going to mess with them, get them grouped up, push them up north, and then kick 2 out into the west pasture. That's today's objective.
Surprise. No.
Got him. I'm going to go on up and get it open and get back out on that other side.
So we just finished up our rodeering, and we sent each individual in for a specific cow, heifer, bull, had them cut them out. And then we explained to them all the angles of the cow, and the angles that they should be on, and how to keep the herd under control, try to keep the herd as quiet as possible, and simply bring out the one that we asked for.
The thing that I like the most about this morning is some of these folks have been to several of our events, and I can see improvement. It's like we were talking to Joe, and I said, I can't really remember what your last ride looked like, but this one was better. You know, that's what we're going for, is so that people can enjoy their experience more.
It's fun to see some of these horses. Some of these folks have some outstanding horse flesh, and these horses put them in the right spot. These horses stopped when they should have stopped, and it's really awesome to see a horse enjoy their job and do their job well.
One thing that I would add to that, I'm on a little buckskin mare, and I've been watching somebody else ride her for years, and I thought maybe I'll have an opportunity to own one. But if you study these horses enough, the first thing you got to do in riding a good horse is to be able to recognize a good horse. And so we watch these people, and there's a horse or 2 in here that I would really like to take home.
Absolutely. And so it's good to have a variety of shots. There's no way to sit down and study 40 shots and get proficient at 40 shots. So study 1, get good at it. Then add another one to your toolkit. Then add another one to your toolkit. And keep on building. Some real key basic things we need to know is the big circle, that's my loop. Everything between my Honda, this is my Honda, and my hand is called my spoke. These are my coils. Between my coils and my right hand, that's my slack. So I have coils, I have slack, I have my spoke, I have my Honda, I have my loop. And then very important is where my tip is. And my tip changes based on the angles and where the weight of it is and how my swing is. And so if you're swinging a rope with a rock tied to the end of it, you can feel that rock, you know. Same thing here. If I sprinkled some dirt up here, there's not even enough grass to put up here, but watch that hip. And so where that hip is, I can feel my tip pushing out. Feel my tip pushing out. Could I put something on that hip and knock it off and know where my tip is? And so knowing where your tip is pretty important also.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by Lina Weaver
and Flat Tail Ranch.
Those of us who devote our lives to the animals we love can recall a kind of dawning. A time when something inside us awoke, like a seed planted deep within us and it taken root and begun to grow. And from that moment on, the path ahead was clear. That one seed set our course and determined who we would be, how we would live, forever connected to the land. We found purpose in these remarkable creatures that depend on us. At Stanley Premium Western Forage, we believe that purpose is what sets us apart and binds us all together. It's why our family built a company dedicated to supporting, enriching, nourishing the animals we all care for and this lifestyle we share. Stanley Premium Western Forage, grown for the life we love.
Howdy folks, welcome back to Better Horses TV. And, thanks for tuning in with us. Here we are at Flint Hills Ranchin Adventures, day 4. Remember yesterday, day 3, we had to gather a pasture and we had to sort off some strays, put them back where they went. It was hot, we had some sweating going on, lots of water, taking care of our ponies. Then we had some roping instruction. We worked on different shots, different angles, how to handle our rope, and what we're gonna do on day 4. Here we are, day 4. This is the day I like the most. We had a great breakfast. Again, started at 5 a.m. We had our prickly cactus coffee this morning and some good eats. We have a real pretty area. We're going to go out and gather up some cattle and we're going to roe deer them again. Like I said, we use that a lot out here simply because we have huge pastures and that we don't just have a corral to put them in. We'll use a horsehair fence, meaning we'll use our horses to hold them in place. We'll send in 1 or 2 people at a time to rope the calf, take care of business. And so today is going to be a lot of fun. I really enjoy this day. Now we're going to go get some roping done. After roping, we're going to pass out our prizes and announce our winners and have a special visitor. So thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching Better Horses. And if you've missed any of our shows, check us out at betterhorses.com, where you can see all our episodes.
You can also follow us on Facebook or listen to any of our podcasts right from your mobile device.
And don't forget our newspaper, coming out 5 times a year.
You're gonna love it.